News moves fast, and so do we. Welcome to Neural Newscast, your AI-powered, human-reviewed daily briefing.
Get ready for a deep dive from Neural Newscast. I'm Michael, your education specialist, and Jason, your business correspondent, is here with me as we delve into today's subjects. On this day in 1522, the first circumnavigation of the globe was completed, when the remaining members of Ferdinand Magellan's expedition returned to Spain aboard the Victoria, proving the world could be sailed around.
That homecoming did more than close a loop. It reset navigation and trade assumptions and reshaped how people pictured the planet, all made undeniable by the Victoria's return.
From an education policy lens, classes pivoted from speculative maps to lived evidence. Geography and navigation could finally be taught as a connected, navigable world.
And for markets, once circumnavigation moved from theory to proof, strategy changed. Global routes became plannable, turning logistics and supply chains into solvable problems.
There's also the human story angle teachers can use. The phrase remaining members signals the expedition's cost, letting students see exploration as discovery and sacrifice, not just triumph.
Exactly. And the Victoria became a symbol, the proof vessel that reduced perceived risk for merchants and monarchs.
That return made the world feel smaller and knowable for learners. Distance, culture, and empire started being taught through evidence rather than speculation.
Strategically, that evidence shifted incentives. Investors and states now had precedent to fund transoceanic voyages, redirecting capital toward maritime expansion.
In classroom practice, it's a great anchor to trace improvements in map-making, navigation instruments, and even the kinds of questions students ask about global interconnection.
In boardroom terms, it's the moment when a proof of concept becomes a scalable model. If one global voyage works, repeatable routes and businesses follow.
Pedagogically, the Victoria's return ties evidence to story. It shows students how demonstration reshapes knowledge, policy, and imagination.
And on the business side, that single success distilled into a clear case: new markets, longer supply chains, and a growing appetite for maritime investment.
Put simply, that homecoming is a hinge point for how we teach the world and how societies organized around it afterward.
And it reminds us that one demonstrable success can reset both expectations and funding across classrooms and commerce.
Time for a quick pause. We'll explore more when Neural Newscast Deep Dive returns, shifting from voyages to visionaries. Today we celebrate the birthdays of John Dalton, 1766, Jane Addams, 1860, and Roger Waters, 1943.
Nice lineup. Science, social reform, and rock. Who do you want to dive into?
Let's focus on John Dalton. His atomic theory really reshaped how we teach chemistry and how policymakers think about science education, right?
Absolutely. Dalton turned scattered observations into a coherent model, the product-market fit moment for chemistry that made later discoveries scalable.
What I find compelling is how practical his path was. A teacher and meteorologist who explained why elements combine in fixed ratios. In classrooms, that single idea reoriented curricula worldwide.
And industry followed. Once you can predict reactions, you can industrialize processes with confidence: chemicals, dyes, and later pharmaceuticals. Dalton's theory lowered uncertainty for investors and entrepreneurs.
There's a human dimension too. Dalton favored observation and careful measurement over theatrics, a teaching example that precision and consistency win in science.
That methodical approach mirrors good business analytics. Steady data yields robust models. His atomic weights, imperfect as they were, functioned like early benchmarks for chemists.
A lesser-known point: his weather records and color blindness studies show his curiosity wasn't narrow. That broad observational skill set strengthened his major contributions. It's a reminder that interdisciplinary curiosity pays off.
And from a market perspective, that breadth made his ideas applicable across sectors: materials, manufacturing, even education, so the value compounded over time.
Exactly. When you teach Dalton now, it's tempting to present atomic theory as inevitable, but his synthesis was a pivotal choice that redirected scientific work. Useful context for policy debates about funding foundational research.
Foundational discoveries like Dalton's are classic long-horizon value plays, hard to price immediately, but transformative for the economy and society.
For me, what sticks is classroom durability. Atomic theory helps students connect macroscopic observations to microscopic explanations, shaping scientific literacy for centuries.
And that literacy feeds the workforce and market innovation, so his legacy is both intellectual and economic.
We'll be right back after this short break.
Hey there, this is Chad Thompson, founder of Neural Newscast. If Neural Newscast helps you feel more informed, I invite you to explore more of what we do. For all our shows, including deep dives and special reports, visit neuralnewscast.com.
And we're back. Time for the fact of the day on Neural Newscast Deep Dive. Simple fractures don't break through the skin.
Short and important. That clinical definition draws a bright line with real implications for treatment and recovery.
From an education policy vantage, it's a clean rule students and teachers can grasp quickly, demystifying anatomy without jargon.
In the business of healthcare, that clarity guides triage, billing codes, and insurance decisions. Classification drives next steps.
It also shapes school safety conversations. Coaches, lab supervisors, and PE teachers can communicate simply. The bone is broken, but the skin is intact.
And that difference changes urgency. A simple fracture often calls for different immediate actions than one that penetrates the skin, which affects resource allocation in clinics and ERs.
For biomechanics students, it's a gateway concept. External appearance can mislead, but intact skin is the defining criterion here.
Administratively, that one-line definition sets consistent thresholds to trigger specific care pathways and documentation practices.
The elegance is educational. One sentence captures a clinical category, making complex medicine teachable.
And at a systems level, clear language cuts ambiguity between schools, parents, and providers. Simple fractures don't break through the skin. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive. From Michael and all of us at Neural Newscast, I'm Jason. Join us next time.
For daily AI-powered news with a human touch, subscribe to Neural Newscast on your favorite platform, or visit our archive to find all past episodes and current shows. neuralnewscast.com. Neural Newscast fuses real and AI-generated voices for fast, quality news. AI creates, humans review. We aim for accuracy, but errors can happen. Verify key details. Learn more at newscast.com.